Hello everyone and welcome back to the Roblox Creepypasta series here on the channel. It is the first episode of 2022 and it is episode 43. But yeah, it's finally here. You know, we're halfway through January, but it's finally here. You know, the Roblox Creepypasta series here on the channel. If you're new to the Roblox Creepypasta series here on the channel, it's where almost every Sunday, not entirely every Sunday, but almost every Sunday, we sit down and we look at a creepypasta on the Roblox Creepypasta wiki, and then what we do is we, read through the creepypasta, then we look at it at the end, give our thoughts, views, opinions at the end of the video, and you guys can contribute to the series as well by doing the same thing in the comments section below. Today we got an interesting one called Kiara1. Now this one caught my eye. It's a decent length, but it's also something original, it seems original from what I've scanned over the, creepypasta. But let's get started on Roblox Creepypasta 43, Kiara1. The year 2020, I discovered Roblox and started to play the game Brookhaven RP, which had just come out. I had fun playing it for a while. That was until I met Kiara. After an exhausting day, I decided to take a nap and I woke up at 3 AM. I was unable to fall back asleep after that, so I decided to log on to Brookhaven. No one was online, so I had the entire server to myself. A few minutes later, I saw someone had joined the game. The username was Kiara101010101010. I wanted to meet her, so I went looking for her. However, I couldn't find her. I jumped on my motorcycle and drove it to the middle of nowhere. While I was driving, I saw Kiara sitting in the middle of a road. I asked her if she needed help, but she didn't respond. I requested to carry her and carried her back to my house, and then she started talking. She started off saying normal things, but when I went to bed in the game and woke up, I found her standing above my bed. She wasn't wearing clothes, so she pounced on me, so I quickly jumped out of the bed and ran away from my house. I left the game and joined another server. She was still there. 3 words popped up in the chat. I love you. A cold shiver ran down my spine. Later, she was spamming me with friend requests, however I kept declining them. I looked up her Roblox account and the description was I love you. She had some friends but 0 followers. She also had a group that seemed like a death cult, just simply called The Cult. I reported her immediately. The next day I told all my friends about Kiara, but no one believed me. Then finally someone on Reddit recommended that I block this girl, and I thought I was finally free from this nightmare. A few weeks later I received an Amazon package in real life. I went to get it and it was a gift with flowers inside. I read who sent me the package and was horrified to know it was from Kiara. There was also a note that said, I know where you live now, you can be mine forever. I was freaked out, so I ran out of my house and into the woods where I lived for a while until Kiara gave up looking for me. When I came back home, I went on to Brookhaven, but what I saw was not the place I remembered it to be. It was a cursed version that was all red and there were corpses in almost every house I walked into. I called out for Kiara. She told me that she created her version of Brookhaven, where I and her would live in forever. She then pulled out a baseball bat. She ended up knocking me unconscious. I woke up in the Brookhaven church and saw Kiara in a wedding gown. I was not in control of my body. I tried leaving the game and restarting my computer, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't leave. We were about to get married when I was suddenly in control again. Just as we were about to kiss, I pulled out my gun and I shot her. Her face turned to a look of horror. I left the game and I was finally free of Kiara. I noticed that Kiara wasn't on my friends list anymore, as her account was terminated. I decided to take a nap, and when I woke up I didn't recognize the house I was inside. In fact, the entire town was not familiar to me at all. I drove around the empty town until I saw a large sign. It said, Welcome to Brookhaven. I soon realized that Kiara wasn't playing the game. She was literally trapped inside the game. When she found me, she explained that the only way out was to let me kill her in the game, so that her soul was released into the real world, and leaving me trapped in the game forever. Part 2, June 2021. At this point I had given up on trying to escape this game. I tried everything I could, but nothing worked. Kiara joined the game again the next day, but this time she brought along many other online daters like her. I ran away from the girls who chased me around Brookhaven. I ran inside the police station and up to the helicopter, and I flew away until I realized that Kiara was in the helicopter. I then realized that I had to escape the same way Kiara escaped, by dying, so I flew into the void and suddenly I was out of Roblox. But Kiara wasn't trapped in the game like I was. She was standing right behind me in real life. She looked like she was 13 years old, but she probably just looked that way because she was trapped in the game. She chased me around the house and I hid in a cardboard box. Then I grabbed a baseball bat. When she turned around the corner, I whacked her, which knocked her out. I then realized that since Kiara was connected to the game because she lived there for so long, so I repeatedly hit her with it until she disconnected and her body slowly disappeared. I don't play Brookhaven anymore, but I know that Kiara's account has been offline ever since that day, as her account returns as error 404. So I think she's gone for good. And that is it for Roblox Creepypasta 43. Now, look, I personally think that this was actually a decent creepypasta. If you've watched this series, you would know that I don't really like it when people, or rather creepypasta writers, combine the real life element with Roblox. I feel it's too unrealistic. This, however, I think I'll give a small pass. And the reason I say a small pass and not like I'll give it a pass is because I feel like it was so jumpy. You know, the story was extremely jumpy. And, you know, it was hard to follow the story at times on what was going on, you know. It was hard for the story to create some shock moments, which I feel like the writer tried to do, but it was so difficult because a lot of the moments that were meant to be shocking or surprising were all written in, you know, third person. And I feel like that really didn't add to the atmosphere of the creepypasta as well. But, you know, I actually like this creepypasta idea, you know, an idea of somebody living inside of a Roblox game, and then in order to escape you have to die, so somebody has to come and kill you inside the Roblox game, and then you will escape into the real world. That concept I actually really like, you know. I feel like it's original, its grammar was pretty good, you know, sentence structure was okay. As I said, it could have improved a bit more on the actual story. I feel the story was a bit too jumpy. There wasn't as much surprise elements as I feel like there could have been in the story. And I feel like the story did actually have a lot of great potential that wasn't fully brought out in the actual story. But there could be more to the story. It's not confirmed if there will be or if there won't be, but you know, I hope there is, because like I said, I think this has genuine potential, this kind of story where someone's stuck inside a Roblox game and they have to get out, so they resort to, you know, anything they need to do to try and get out, even if it means, you know, hunting down a user. And I think that's really interesting. So, you know, well done for the concept of that. I really did enjoy that. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section below, because yeah, like I said, I really did enjoy this Roblox creepypasta, and I think that it was a great start to 2022. You know, it wasn't a terrible creepypasta at all. I actually really enjoyed it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching Roblox Creepypasta episode 43. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next episode, which I don't know when will come out. But yeah, we'll see you next time for Roblox episode 44. But for now, peace and out.